What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after week 4 of our Los Angeles Crusaders franchise and season number 5. We did have a bye week, which means 2 news videos in a row. Definitely not something I'm excited about. But next up, we have the Seattle Seahawks, a rematch of the Super Bowl. But what is going on with them? They are sitting on an 0-4 record right now. Definitely not expected from the defending Super Bowl champs. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of roster changes they made over the offseason to bring him to this point. We do have 35 points to work with. Again, going to focus quite a bit on Denny, just continuing to try to improve him and get him ready in case we do make the playoffs. We definitely want him to be as good as possible at that quarterback position. Doesn't get a whole lot of XP from it compared to players we've had in the past, but that's okay. Any little bit that we can improve on him is definitely going to help us in the long run. So that's going to take us down to 5 hours. And again, I know we can get small experience there. Oh, wait, we have one more. And I can't do 2 8s right now, unfortunately, or I would, because we'd be 1 shy. I can do 1 8, and then I'd be sitting on 6 points, but that doesn't really help me out a whole lot. Or 7, I'm sorry. That doesn't help me out a whole lot. So we'll go ahead and do that. Just trying to make him the best quarterback he can be. Let's go ahead and check out draft stories really fast. See if we have anything here. Draft stories. No new draft stories for us. And let's check out the stats. Our defense has improved quite a bit. And that's something we're going to focus on. Again, I'm going to try to make the sliders a little bit more difficult after that last one. I definitely felt a little too comfortable there. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Seahawks. That's really, really interesting. The Broncos once again picked up a win. They have moved to 4-0. The Chargers 0-4. The Chiefs 1-3. So it looks like it could be a 2-man race between me and the Broncos, the Crusaders and the Broncos. It'll be interesting to see how that unfolds. Let's go ahead and mess with the settings, the sliders here before I forget. So we still are struggling running the ball, but that could be because the 49ers have incredible linebackers. So I'm not going to adjust this yet. We might need to in the future. For right now, I'm going to let it be. Pass blocking, they did not get a single sack, or if they did, they didn't get many. I definitely didn't feel a whole lot of pressure in that game. However, it had been really bad prior to that. So we're going to go ahead and move it down a little bit and kind of see what happens with the difference there. And what else? Their run blocking. They struggled in the first half. They improved a little bit in the second half. I might just move that up by 2 notches. We'll see if that makes a difference there. And that's all we're going to adjust for right now. Just little minor tweaks. And again, we'll probably continue to do that throughout the season. And again, we might need to adjust the running one because Devin Golden is obviously a lot better than he's showing right now. And no holes are really opening up for him at all. But again, that could have been the 49ers' great linebackers. So we're going to give it another week and see what happens. Let's go ahead and get into the league stats now. Something a little bit different. I need to check out the players of the week too before I forget. But we'll do this first. And we're just going to go through this kind of quickly. Derek Carr has the best passer rating in the NFL. Wow. 112.9. 1,100 yards passing already for him. 9 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. And he is balling out for the Philadelphia Eagles. A.J. McCarron, second on the list. 10 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for him. Cam Newton. I don't know if he got hurt or if he lost his starting job to Osweiler, who was traded to the Panthers. That looks like it might have been the case. I don't know where these yards would have come from, though. Galvin for the Patriots, though, a player that we saw in week 1, 104.8, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions for him. Robert Griffin III having a pretty good season so far. Drew Brees, 1,500 yards already, 7 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for him. 11 touchdowns for Blake Bortles. Wow, 1,200 yards for him. He has 6 interceptions to go with that. A.J. McCarron, Ronald Mitchell for the Bears, 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And then down the list a little bit, again, we've played 1 less game than a lot of these teams. 7 touchdowns for Stuart Denny to 5 interceptions. Let's see who's leading the interception category here. 8 for Geno Smith, 5 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and 8 for Brian Vasquez, not holding up all too well in that starting spot for the Ravens. They do still have Joe Flacco. It'll be interesting to see if they make a change there. 7 touchdowns for Tamarcus Easton. We saw him tear us up, and he is continuing to tear the league up. 6.2 yards a carry. Whoops, I did not mean to do that at all. Definitely doing a great job so far. Eddie Lacy with 5 touchdowns for the Dolphins and 5 for Alfred Morris as well. Quite a few players here with 4, including Travaris Cadet from Appalachian State making it happen even though he only averages 1.5 yards a carry. Boy, they are giving him a lot of carries for poor production there. But he is finding his way into the end zone. Go App State. Marcus Colston leading the way and catches tied with Hakeem Nicks, both on the same team. Wow, and then Torrey Smith with the Ravens there. Vincent Jackson, Doug Baldwin, Demarius Thomas, Eric Decker. A lot of names you'd expect to see. Nicholas Moon for the Bills working his way up that list. And then there's Jabbar Gray. People have been asking about him. That's how he's doing. 4 touchdowns in 4 games this season. So this could be his breakout season. We've seen him have a few pretty solid seasons, but definitely not the player we were anticipating when scouting him. Bruton the Crouton, 27 catches, 5 touchdowns for him. Wow, he's having a pretty good season as well. And then we're also going to have to check out. Oh, there's Carey. Looks like he's having a little bit of a down year. We've seen him have better seasons. And there's Jacob Moody, 1 touchdown, 25 catches for him, 295 yards. Kendall Wright, who we let go, has 5 touchdowns through 4 games. So he's back at it after a down season with us. And let's just look at the touchdown categories, see who's leading the way here. And that is Kendall Wright, Bruton the Crouton, and Cody Latimer now on the Bears, each with 5. That's right, I didn't see Latimer on the Broncos, so he's doing a good job with his new scenery as well. And a bunch of other players you'd kind of expect to see. Blocking, not a whole lot to see there. Defense, Darrell Washington leading the way with 49 tackles. Chris Borland on the list for the Buffalo Bills with 46 tackles there. Grove with 45, Butler with 46. McCarthy 41 and Brown with 40. Then a lot of free safeties on the list there, including Dante Johnson. Wow, interesting. Sacks, obviously we know Khalil Mack has 7, but that glitch is keeping him out of here. But Merciless with 4 and Barkevius Mingo also with 4. I'm sorry. Jeffrey Graham, Sheldon Richardson, and Greg Hardy each with 3 interceptions. We got Leonard Johnson with 3, Sam Shields with 3, DJ Hayden with 3 for the Patriots, Brandon Browner with 3 for the Saints, and then Derek Cox with 3 for the Browns. Whoops. Let's go ahead and check out fumbles forced. 2 for Levy, 2 for Merciless. Obviously, Raynard Ray's on that list as well. Fumbles recovered, just a whole bunch of people with 1. Any blocks? No. 3 blocks. James Laurinaitis, Darrell Washington, and Chris Borland getting a block. Safeties. We haven't seen a block in one of our games throughout the whole season, the whole series. Defensive touchdowns, Browner with 1, Devontae Hill with 1, Zeke Moda with 1, Patrick Peterson with 1, HaHa Clinton Dix with 1, and DJ Hayden with 1. Let's go ahead and check out special teams. Kicking, Zerline, the leg, 10 of 11. 10 makes, though. That's pretty nice. Kick returns, we have 5 touchdowns here. Tavon Austin, who averages 51.3. Granted, he's only had 3 returns, but even without that, he's obviously doing pretty good. Even without that, boosting up the average, he's killing it. 1 for Ballard, 1 for Cadella Patterson, Wheaton with 1, and Eldon Strong with 1 as well. Punt returns, let's see, we got 3. Percy Harvin with 1. Traylon Sampson, a rookie, with 1, and Jeffrey Ryans with 1. Let's go ahead and check out the players of the week, and then that'll be it for this episode. Here we go. And who is it going to be? Derek Carr, 2 weeks in a row. 31 of 35, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Earl Thomas III, 12 tackles, 1 interception for him. Donald Butler with 16 tackles and an interception. And then A.J. McCarron, 24 of 30, 379 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions for him. That is going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. And we have the rematch of the Super Bowl coming up next against the Seattle Seahawks. It's going to be really interesting to see what happened to go from defending Super Bowl champions to 0-4. Wow. Well, I'll see you guys there. Later.